Well, there were also 6 statewide propositions on the ballot, and all but one passed. The voters did turn down a proposal that would raise to 80 the maximum age of judges on the Supreme Court and Court of Appeals. 62% of the voters said no to that retirement age. It will remain 70. The closest local race of the night is still undecided right now. It came in Global Foundries territory. Just a dozen votes separate the top 2 candidates for Malta Town Supervisor, with all precincts reporting. The Democrat Cynthia Young holds that lead over the incumbent Republican Paul Saulsville. The Board of Elections tells us that they will recanvass tomorrow and then count the absentees on Tuesday. There are over 160 absentee ballots out. And a couple of big mayoral races last night. Kathy Sheehan won by a landslide to become Albany's first new mayor in 20 years and the city's first female mayor. She got 84% of the vote and replaces Jerry Jennings, who chose not to go for a 6th term. Sheehan says she has her work cut out for her now.
Well, I think that there are going to be some really difficult decisions around the budget. We have about at least a $16 to $18 million structural deficit. At the end of 2014, we'll only have $8 million of fund balance left. There are going to be some hard decisions we're going to have to make.
The city of Saratoga also has a new woman mayor. Democrat Joanne Yepsen follows up 4 terms on the County Board of Supervisors by taking a close vote from Deputy Mayor Shauna Sutton. In her acceptance speech last night, Yepsen sounded somewhat critical of outgoing Mayor Scott Johnson, who decided not to run again.
This is going to be about being accessible, being inclusive, and hearing every voice across the city.
Saratoga County voters made Republican Michael Zerlo their clear choice for mayor. He beat Phil Lindsay with, for sheriff, that is, rather. He beat Phil Lindsay with 62% of the vote and replaces the retiring Jim Bowen, who has been on the job since 1972. Again, that's for sheriff. And Assemblyman Tony Jordan was elected Washington County District Attorney last night by beating his former boss and current DA, Kevin Courtright. I called Jordan's office in the State Assembly to find out what happens now to Jordan's seat, and his chief of staff would only say that the office remains under his leadership until December 31st. Jordan still has 2 more years on his term. There will likely be a special election in March, but I have yet to hear back from the Assembly to confirm that. Bill de Blasio will be the first Democrat in 20 years to serve as New York City mayor. He trounced Republican Joe Lhota with over 70% of the Big Apple vote. De Blasio is a self-styled anti-establishment activist who campaigned on evening the playing field between the city's rich and poor. He will take over from Michael Bloomberg, who was term limited from running again after serving for 12 years. And New Jersey Governor Chris Christie called himself the luckiest guy in the world after he got the big vote he needed if he wanted to be a White House contender. The Republican incumbent was reelected in a landslide, getting 60% of the vote over challenger Barbara Buono. Christie credited his win with a bipartisan approach to government that he says should serve as a lesson to leaders in Washington. And you can check out all the results from election night by heading to our website at cbs6albany.com. You can also weigh in on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Search cbs6albany.com.